I expect to fail. I expect to fail. I expect to fail, but every day. Every day is the opportunity to succeed, even accidentally. I'll take it. I've only succeeded accidentally. Everything I've tried at, I've failed. But I'm still here, which means I've succeeded so much. Insofar as I've succeeded accidentally. One foot in front of the other. Not because I wanted to. Anyway. I'm being over enthusiastic about it, but I want to be sufficiently enthusiastic about what I'm being pretentiously enthusiastic about, which is the possibility of bloom, where we can find it. And lately, for some reason, I haven't even been thinking about it. Actually, I have a little bit, and the way I think about it is, this is the easiest thing for me to do. Doing math takes work, in so much as I have to lift up my arms off my chair, pick up a piece of paper and a pencil and a ruler and a compass and put them down on the table and use them. That's a lot of work, man. Now, if I was getting paid, I'd be scribbling all day, but since I'm not, because I've been trained that work is what I get paid for. I've been trained that work is what I get paid for. The things I do at work, I'm a house painter. I'm a good one. I'm a fucking awesome house painter. I don't mind saying. I'm total shit at everything else, and if you think being a good house painter makes you a good person, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Because what are you really doing? How long is that paint gonna last before it's repainted? I work in $1 million to $10 million houses. That's my main gig. I paint new construction and repaints of, I guess probably the average price of the properties I work upon are like $3 million, which is small change to billionaires, but big money compared to what I ever thought was possible when I was a little kid. Big money. So I want shit to look nice, and all I can say is, I'm not perfect. The more you know, the more you know you don't know, and painting is all about illusions. It's all about hiding how it was built. That's how bricks and rocks are different. Bricks and rocks show how it was built. Not facades, motherfucker. There's plenty of brick and stone facades everywhere. But they got all these plastics and pipings and Tyvek and these asphalt butyl rubberized films and styrofoams and fiberglass and liquid nails and it's gonna rust. It's going to rot, and it's going to degrade by UV light. The synthetic shit is going to decay by UV light. The wood's going to rot. The stone, the concrete, the masonry is likely going to crack. Water's going to get in. If you plant a tree beside your house, you're a moron. Your roots are absolutely 100%. 100%. If you have a tree close to your house, 100% your foundation is going to get fucked. Period. It only needs to be small enough for one particle of water to get through. The crack. A root pressing against a concrete wall. You have that fucking concrete wall 3 feet thick? You got a goddamn 80-foot tree growing up right beside your house that was planted by your grandpappy a generation ago? Fine. Oh, it's nice, it's nostalgic, but that foundation is gonna, in one little blip of water is gonna get through that stone wall. As soon as those 80 feet of roots start pressing against it, it's gonna happen. Period. $80 later, the ants get in. 80 years after that, I won't say what, but it's not so unlike a mouse, but where the fuck was I even going with this? All I wanted to do was howl. Because maybe it will be pretty tonight. I don't howl because I think it's pretty. I howl because it's like I'm calling beauty to me. And what's the most beautiful? Mary. Right? Why do I love Mary? Not because I'm a virgin. Not because I'm pure. It's because she's pure. I'm a dirty dog. I'm a piece of shit. Right? St. Christopher, he was I'm not sure if I have that name right. The guy Jonathan Pajot wrote the comic book about, like, I think it's St. Christopher. The dog-headed saint, right? Which always reminds me of I think it's the apocryphal Acts of Peter gospel, where St. Peter goes to Simon the magician, and like, Holy Ghost's on a dog who stands up, walks, and talks, and thrashes on Simon Magus, Simon the magician. It's also interesting that in that apocryphal Acts of Peter, Peter takes dried salted fishes. Well, fish is actually the plural of fishes, but not everybody knows that, so I'm pretty sure, the way language changes in another 150 years, fishes will actually be grammatically correct. And you can't prove me wrong, dead motherfucker. But anyway, in the Acts of Peter, Peter was a fisherman. Jesus said, cast your nets to the right side and you'll catch more fish. So he killed a bunch of fish. Peter killed a bunch of fish to sell them for money, to pay his taxes to the tax man. Jesus said, don't hate the tax man. Jesus, are you a Christian and a libertarian? Like, I love Ron Paul, man, but if you're a Ron Paul libertarian and a Christian, Jesus said, don't hate the tax man. So the purpose of being a libertarian is not to hate the tax man, but to understand tax. To understand the government who acts on our behalf wouldn't have to take anything from us if we did it for each other, for ourselves, on our own accord. Why is the world fucked? Because we don't give to each other all the time. Fuck it. Piece of trash on the road, pick it up. Maybe if we all slow down. Now that we all get it a little more. But we can't slow down. We got to speed up because we're on the hamster wheel. You can't slow down on the hamster wheel. If you're running on the hamster wheel, everything's right there, right there in front of you. But if you stop, you're just spinning on that rotor, man. You're fucked. You're stuck to the wall. Bye! G-forces. Wow. All I wanted to do was try to make a pretty song, which is probably going to be ugly, but it might be pretty. That's what I'm in love with. The hope of prettiness. 99.9% of me, meh. Throw it out. That 0.01% of what I reach for. It's like that old cat meme, though they don't call it a meme because it came out before the word meme was popularized, which Richard Dawkins, I think he stole the word meme. Everybody thinks he's the originator of the word meme, but I'm pretty sure he stole it from, actually I'm not sure if it was Francis Bacon or Roger Bacon. It was one of them, the Essays of Bacon. Francis or Roger, I can't remember. And I think meme was used there. So it seems as though the word meme had become popularized a few centuries back, several centuries back, and has become repopularized. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just a house painter, but the train is going by, very nice. I have like a junction near my house, so like all around the Connecticut River, around where I live, like for a couple miles, there's all these like extra train tracks where, you know, pieces of trains are shifted one way and the other. It's not as big as White River Junction, which is a much bigger one. It's pretty big, and it's interesting the way the train moves around the river, and it's interesting the way that depending on the season, they'll switch trains more on the Vermont side or on the New Hampshire side. It's kind of interesting. I've been here for like 15 years, so like I figured a little bit of it out. I seem to be synced up with Amtrak, which is weird. Like, I leave my house in the morning and Amtrak goes by, and I come home at night and Amtrak goes by. It's like maybe somehow psychically I'm connected with Amtrak. I remember one of my favorite things I ever did was ride Amtrak. I used to work for a paint company, and I went to some managerial training sessions that were a week. So back in like 2003, I went for a week, and like then again in 2004 or 2005, I can't quite remember, I went for a week of training down Pennsylvania somewhere. And I took Amtrak. I don't fly. After 9/11, my brain got torn up by the nightmares I had as a child. I had nightmares of being a bomb, which is weird. But my nightmare was basically like I'm in a plane flying, scared, and then I'm dropped out of the plane as a bomb, which is frightening because I'm going to die, and I'm a bomb, so I'm going to kill. It was the most horrible dream, and it was a reoccurring dream, and it was one of at least 2, maybe 3 reoccurring dreams. The third one I'm not sure about, because the third one might have just been one dream I had that was the most powerful dream. But at that age too, and then Upon remembering, we rewrite every remembrance. Well, not necessarily, but 99.999 remembrances are a rewriting of the situation, a re-accounting. There's the original account when you make that first 46 cents, $3,413.87, right? Whatever the number. That's accounting. Why would you reaccount what you accounted? I recorded it so that I could go tick, 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 tick. Why would I reaccount it? Why would I reaccount a number? Why would I look back upon that transaction? Why? Terrible. Whatever. Sorry, I'm trying to get into it because I know it kind of sucks, but it's interesting. It's not cool. It's not good. It's interesting. But I might be able to get something. I might be able to get something beautiful from there. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Sorry, I'm just playing. I have no life, so I masturbate. I play with myself. Truly. Perhaps my prayer should be, may I learn to play with others. May I simply learn to play with others. Meet them where they are, such that they can meet me where I am. For some reason, this is what I want to do when I'm interacting with myself in the mirror image of a video of myself that I'm taking of myself, so I can play with myself to give it to you, so that you may interact with me playing with myself while you are playing with yourself. That's actually not bad. I don't want to talk about what's going on today. I want to talk about our short attention span and what happened more than a year back. What's happening today is hot today, but 1,000 years from now, what matters? Everything is dedicated to Saint Agnes and Hypatia. And the third point on that triangle everything is dedicated to, and this is terrible, I only know her fake name. She had a real name, and this is her fake name. So, if you want to criticize me for dedicating whatever. I'm dark water, but I know somewhere in this video a spark of light shone through. That's all I wanted. One fraction of a second, something. 20 minutes, 21 minutes, 22 minutes. Shit! But fucking life grew out of that shit. One little seed. One little spark. One little fraction of a second of love and life. I'm gonna take that little fraction of a second, never mind all the shit, I'm gonna take that little piece of a fraction of a second, and I'm gonna wrap it, and I'm gonna protect it, hermetically seal it. And that little spark, that little piece of life, is dedicated to the first glimmer of the coming of the Doeling, Doeling, the baby girl goat. She's a coming. I don't know if it's next year. I don't know if it's 1,000 years from now. But she's coming. I promise.